college. College is going to be just like a new millennium neo-soul music video on BET in 2003. I'm going to be on campus, walking with an armful of books in the library. My hair is flowing. I look really smart and sexy. I walk in slow motion. So, I'm in an old, classically creepy library looking for another huge book. Using the Dewey Decimal System, I place my perfectly manicured finger on the serial number of the encyclopedia that I am looking for, slowly pulling it out of the shelf. And as it leaves the stacks, I look into the aisle on the other side of the shelf, only to see the face of an intellectual, studious black man with big, sparkling, dark eyes, 6'2", athletic build, luscious lips, locks down to his ass, and an amazingly coy smile as he says,
"Hey, sorry."
He'd have a name like Huey, or Malcolm, or Malik, or Brandon. He'd be a triple major who played the trumpet and the drums, loves hip-hop, sprayed graffiti on campus buildings at 4 a.m., b-boyed, and led student-based protests that would be desperately in love with only me. We'll go to step stones and parties and slow dance and slow motion and blue lighting. He'll carry my books for me and throw rocks in my dorm window and...
Who are you? What's Break the Cycle?
It's the college game show for students who are obviously the first in their family because they know absolutely nothing about college. Such as yourself.
What? Who's saying that? Who's saying that? I know.
Know nothing about college. So, are you ready to play the game? If you don't play the game, you and your family will be poor, blue collar, and living on welfare forever.
Is someone in here have a mic? You have a mic? You have a mic? Who is saying this? Who is saying this? Like, for real?
Enjoy digging ditches and flipping burgers for $7.35 an hour. You know you don't want to be a single mother now.
Okay, fine. I'll play.
Get into position. Break the cycle is very easy. All you gotta do is grab that diploma and graduate without dropping out. You'll be presented with various challenges along the path to success. Some of them may look like fun. They may be enticing, but be forewarned. If you drop out, you must return to the beginning and start completely over. But if you make it to the end of the game, you will be able to graduate and buy your mother a house in the Hamptons. So, Mom, are you ready to play Break the Cycle? Choose a player. I'm sorry, that character has not been unlocked yet. Move over, kid. You have chosen first generation college student. Poor choice. Sit down. First challenge. You must pass the SAT with a score of at least an 1800. Then, you must apply to your school of choice and get accepted. That's not all. You better make sure your folks do their taxes on time so you don't miss the FAFSA deadline, or else you will be bugged. Assume starting position. You need to pass your SAT, apply to colleges, get accepted, and turn in your FAFSA in order to get to the next level. Ready, set.
In high school, I would take the bus 2 hours just to get to school. And all my classmates would show up in their fancy cars. And I was in the free lunch program. They would eat out all the time. And when it came time to do college applications, they would say, "Oh yes, I got a 2300 on my SAT." And it's out of the 2400. This is a capitalist society. Education is a capitalist system. I didn't have any books to prepare me for this test. same thing with the ACTs. And all of my classmates were applying to schools like Harvard, Yale, Stanford, places that I heard were very fancy.
SAT completed. We'll see if you pass. Apply to colleges. College applications complete. We'll see who accepts you, or if you get accepted at all. At least there's always community college or trade school. Nothing wrong with an associate's degree. Your parents better do their taxes so you can complete your FAFSA, or else no financial aid or due.
Mom! I need you to do your taxes on time for the FAFSA! Federal application for student aid is so they know how much to give me. I need a social security number. I can't go to school without it, and I know about
FAFSA submitted. There's still a chance. Let's review your scores. SAT score 1,300. Try studying next time. College applications not accepted. You have been denied. Unable to advance to the second round, you must go back to the beginning and try again. Good luck trying to cycle.
My grandfather started working when he was 13 when he came to this country. And my family, they never had what we thought were good jobs. I always wanted to be a teacher. And I thought that going to college was the only way to do that, never mind that I was already teaching at schools. But anyway, I ended up going to the University of Wisconsin, Madison.
My parents and my grandparents wanted me to go to college. They didn't have the opportunity. My grandpa dropped out of school when he was in the 5th grade, and my dad got a GED,
Yeah, so I believe that like my first generation student story started in the 8th grade. This lady, she came to my class and to tell us about this program for like poor kids to like close the education gap, so yeah, she came to my class and she was like, you can go to college. Now I don't think I ever doubted that like I would or that I could go to college, but like her coming into the classroom and telling me that I could go made me decide that I was going. And for like a lot of my classmates, it just didn't like click for them in that way or whatever. And I think I've seen that from 8th grade until now, just been around a lot of people where it just didn't click for them. And it was kind of like, a decision I had to make for myself. And I didn't really get to consider the ramifications of what it means to like advance in that way. Uncle Clyde though. My Uncle Clyde, like he went to college. But, I don't even think he made it past the first semester. It was just like, just too much partying. And he kind of just like ended up back home. Education. Education wasn't really like a priority in my family. Like, it was always understood that, I had to get good grades if I wanted to play sports, or if I wanted to be in display, I had to get a B or better, like a 3.0. And that shit was never really hard for me. School was never really difficult for me. I just didn't like it. Like that whole thing where you just kind of you walk up into a classroom and you just sit down and raise your hands. Man, I guess I never really considered about why me and not them, or why only me. I don't know, it's kind of weird, I guess. Cycle. What is a cycle? What is a cycle? A cycle is a set of events that happens again and again in the same order. repeated series of actions. Actions done by a machine as part of a larger process like a bicycle. An interval of time during which a sequence of recurring successions of events or phenomena is completed. One complete performance of a vibration, electric oscillation, current alteration, or other periodic process. A permutation of a set of ordered elements in which each element takes the place of the next, and the last becomes the first. You have astrological cycles, planetary cycles, medical cycles, mechanical cycles, music, rhythmic, mythological, spiritual, social, psychological cycles. We have all sorts of cyclical things. Cycles of the moon, cycles of sleep, cycles of fashion, cycles of inequity, of abuse, of violence. In economics, you have the cycle of poverty, a set of factors or events by which poverty, when started, is likely to continue unless there is outside intervention.